the NFL. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields. Got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Falcons and the Buccaneers, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup. They have a tremendous aerial attack, one of the best in the league. But they're going to face a stiff test here.
I don't think that they'll face a tougher test all season long because this is the #1 defense in the NFL. A team that puts a lot of pressure on a quarterback. And we know from talking to both of these teams, neither of them is going to back down from this challenge.
On the graphics. If they put as much they put as much detail into the blocking of the line than they do the fucking graphics, you'd be in like better shape.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Carr going to throw right away. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 61 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Carr's throw into the hands of Fant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, Charles, look, and this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I was just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the one here, the 12-yard line. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On play action, Fields. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
One of the most hyped, talked about prospects that enter the league at tight end. Kyle Pitts certainly delivered and probably exceeded expectations as a rookie. Hit 1,000 yards and ranked third among tight ends and second among all rookies in receiving. Sky, absolutely the limit for this young man. A nice pickup there for a first down.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. The Falcons are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Trying to find Jamison Williams, and it's third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 27, Carr. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Nothing after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Hey.
They run it again with Chubb. And a nice run.
I was tripping. I should have screamed. And then KG just pulled up. We had 2 points.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after
Come on, bro. Why is
I'm
not showing
too
my
sure how many
plays?
guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Come on, bro.
Come
on, bro. How you got
They
it?
actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the
Now you
incompletion
want to
and bringing up 4th down.
Running for it. Here's Chubb.
Come on,
Not sure
bro.
he got there.
Come
Did they
on,
stop
bro.
him? They did. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. On first down, Carr. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, now Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Troy Anderson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 10. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now a first down throw, Fields. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage
put that bitch where you need to put it.
In this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Dump that bitch off.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Fuck, my fault.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Come on, bro. Where y'all
being chased down
Come
left.
on, bro.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. To throw his car. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame.
Ah, that was my fault. Fuck, that was
He
my fault.
hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again.
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Fields now to throw.
Another completion right back to Patterson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the fly.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Again, Fields. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
Touchdown, Falcons!
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr. This is the tight end.
Come on, bro. Why it took me all the way out there? Come on, Madden.
Midfield down to the 45.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used
come on, bro. You got to like
helped him spot and stacked him up.
Come on.
Inside the 10.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Adam Thielen, 44 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. He adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass.
Come on, bro. I had already threw it, bro. Come on, bro. They just hold me on that one.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
They'll have good field
possession here following the interception, and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down.
Come on, bro.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Carr now to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time.
Come on, bro. They won't let me.
Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Why they won't let me click on the nigga? Yeah.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Well, backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
Come on, bro. What the fuck?
Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Bucs take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Parkey with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about.
They did it again. They did it again. Why the fuck I can't pass it?
After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. To try again after the sack. Fields. He completes it to Beckham.
That's all I've been trying to do.
He'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. On 2nd and 7. Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
I get to a point where I feel confident enough to stream, and then, man, to be like, oh, no, nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground.
Come on,
and
pick
a
it,
run
bro.
blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception.
Put it up, bro.
Jalen Ramsey. And the return will stop right around the 25. Paul on a give up the middle. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw, it's Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really
Come on, what a flag.
This team had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And his throw here is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Fields. And this one's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the air again, Fields.
It did it again. Bro, let me fucking...
Another interception.
All right, let's see.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover.
They gonna give me a third round for that nigga. Ooh shit, what's your rating? I might, for a third round, I might have to take that bitch. Even if the nigga just hit me. team missed that. And I don't know if I want to get into the vid. No. Can't do that. Von Miller and Chris Jones.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll be watching the Falcons' superstar tight end. A nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Falcons and the 49ers coming up next.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. As CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power rankings, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Bringing him out is the pride of North Dakota State, now in his 7th NFL season, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Wentz going to try and run again. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it.
That nigga Arizona getting it, boy.
And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Hey, Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
You know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's the option play going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Come on, niggas.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. They'll go option to the short side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their...
Touchdown, 49ers! Chase Claypool. His third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
That nigga's got 8 the fuck up.
So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
They're hoping to get rid of that interception ball.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Falcons at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Come on, bro.
On third down,
Block.
pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They snap it to Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle
Throw it up.
Van Noy. And the 49ers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
Come on,
2nd
bro.
year, as you
Come
noted,
the fuck on.
on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Calais Campbell on the stop. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd have to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
On 2nd and 9, Fields.
Come on, block, niggas.
For him to bring in, it's incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Fields. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Here we go on 4th down. Fields over the middle to Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Here's Fields. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now it's Fields. Short for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Nick Chubb, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have regained the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much when you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second down, Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Now Wentz. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Quick slant finding Claypool. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A little football 101 there. He just
Damn,
down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move.
They said man was supposed to be better this year.
So he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Wentz is going to keep it, and he is going to lose yardage
Killed
here.
that nigga, bro.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Wentz going to throw. Touchdown!
for he didn't get a foot in bounds.
Passes. And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
Bruh, no.
Like the point you just made there could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel...
No, bruh. Bruh, how is he making this catch?
They accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Cybered on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Well, the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Fields on first down. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now a first down throw, Fields. Now they go screen, it's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on second down, Fields.
Bad though. Come on, bro.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Why you take that angle, CP?
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
God damn. Definitely not going to pull that.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we have reached halftime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a throw here to his running back. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Fields.
Come on,
Fields
bro.
is intercepted for a third time. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now.
Array grab.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's
And this nigga scrambling like he fucking Lamar Jackson.
This defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Wentz.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Wentz running right on the option here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Come on, let me call a fucking play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now Wentz.
What the fuck is going on?
And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Please hold. Shit, I only got like 3 rolled up. Like I said, I ain't got nothing that rolled up right now. They were like, "You trying to go to the game?" I said, "My people trying to go to the game." Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But no, I'm good. All right, my bad. But I'm back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Why y'all niggas don't block like that when Chubb?
Right up the gut.
And he's a guy that
I figure he don't need that shit.
So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Come on.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee he's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
This offense in desperate
But
need
still.
of conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
And he's got this down to the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham, 35 yards. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read,
The defense, I need you.
they were all over that as they continued to survey the field,
Defense, I
picked up another
need
target,
you.
delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Final minute now in the third quarter. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jordan Davis in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patterson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb.
Chris Jones, the all-pro defensive tackle, there to make the play defensively.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
This one left side caught by Patterson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33.
To throw is Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins.
Second down and 8. To the air again, Fields. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And the big boys
block for that. What the fuck?
Right at the line. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Back to throw. Fields over the middle to Beckham. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields.
Wrong button. Fuck, wrong button. Fuck, I meant to hit X. God damn it.
And the Niners force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Troy Anderson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So they're going option.
Come on.
Down. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Take it at the 37. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down 27-21. A minute 45 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. It's complete to Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back to throw. Fields. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
All eyes on Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Patterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later, they're going to have to stop the clock.
Now Fields. Another completion right back to Patterson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Back to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
He's back to throw.
Come! Oh my God, Madden. Madden. Come on, bro.
Have just about sewn up this
Come on, bro.
Game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally.
Wow,
and wants him to play
bro.
through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Wow, bro. Wow, bro. Oh, my God.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 62 yards. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed to stop.
Come on, Madden.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Down to a knee for the 49ers.
That's some bullshit.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Tell her what it is. You was helped by Madden.
But when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And
Wow,
dominance
bro,
is starting to take over, right? The way that you
all right,
close, the way
fuck
that you
Madden
finish,
for today.